Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on? Sell Breez the Great, back in full effect with blog number 5. It's 5, right? Yeah. Feeling chipper. Top of my game. Looking to bear gifts in the holiday spirit. Before I start my blog, though, maybe I should take off this fucking hat. It's looking a little crazy, you know. I wouldn't want you guys to, disregard my whole blog making fun of my hat, so I'll put it right here. Okay. Today I got something special for you guys. It was a battle that took place last year, Super Bowl Sunday, which was never released by Smack. I spoke to Smack a couple of times. I asked him, how come he never released this battle, and he told me that he had something really, really special in the works. Anyway, it seems like that never manifested because it's still shelved. The battle that I'm talking about, if you guys are not familiar with, is the Young Ill versus Conceited battle. I would probably say maybe was the battle of the night next to Charlie Clips and X Factor. Oh man, guys, this battle was just so crazy. I don't even really know where to start. It's not too many bars I remember, but I could give you guys a little bit of guidance, on who I felt like won in my opinion, and I can recall a few, lines and situations and schemes here and there that'll give you guys a better inkling on, who was the victor of that particular night. First off, to start it off, Ill came to the battle. It was the battle. It was the last battle of the night, right before the Super Bowl, and I think Ill was dressed in. He had on some red skinny leg jeans and a black Michael Jackson Beat It type vest. Just looking crazy out there, and some Adidas. Conceited came on, usual cocky Conceited, skinny pants, jewelry flashy, they exchanged pleasantries. Round one, if I'm not mistaken, I think Ill went first. Don't quote me on it. I think Ill went first. Anyway, Ill comes out the gate, and Ill kind of gets busy. Ill gets busy his first round. He does what Young Ill do. Don't quote me on who went first. Please do not quote me on who went first, because I cannot remember. Ill had a very, very good first round. Very, very good first round. Conceited comes, he lays down, his round. He has some cool punchlines in it. Conceited, from what I remember, he started pretty slow, though. He started pretty slow. If I can give that round to anybody, I would say I gave that round to Young Ill, because Young Ill was more consistent, and he had the crowd's attention. Conceited had a good round, but from what I remember, Ill's round was just better. Second round comes 1-0, Young Ill 1-0, and Young Ill Young Ill goes crazy. Young Ill has a penchant for really, really, really great second rounds. If you look at most of his battles, Ill's second rounds usually, are like his best rounds of his battle. And that Super Bowl Sunday was no exception. Ill came out with some fire the second round. He had he flipped one of Conceited's slow it down bars. He was talking some gunplay, and I think he mentioned something like a sentence, and he said, "Slow it down. I just killed you." But literally he was talking about killing him with a gun. He had some bars where he actually killed Conceited, and he slowed it down. "I just killed you," instead of "slow it down, I just dissed you." Really, really clever. Clever, funny scheme. Everybody was laughing. He went ham. He was talking about Conceited's, little clothes, saying that he shopped at, a baby store, toddler store, and shit. Oh man, it was beautiful. Very, very beautiful second round, like up there with some of his best material. That's how good it was. Conceited came. Conceited's second round, in my opinion, wasn't as strong as his first. So I would say Young Ill definitely got that second round. In my opinion, Young Ill at that point was up 2-0. Some people might say, 1-1 because of that first round was kind of close. It was very close. I would give it to Young Ill. Going into the third round, Ill, in my opinion, had an opportunity at really putting it away. But he had a good third round, but it could have been better. And Conceited had like one of the best third rounds I've ever seen him in, to be honest. Like, it was really that good. Now, the reason why I mention this is because Conceited's third, I really wish that Smack would have released this battle, because I've seen a lot of people clone Conceited's style and taking his whole slow it down, I just dissed you lines, and taking it to new heights. But I want to say this. I'll be the first person to say that Conceited was the first person to actually take a slow it down, I just dissed you line, and have another slow it down, I just dissed you again in the same bar. I'm not sure if you guys understand what I'm saying, but let me try to give you an example. He said, slow it down, I just dissed you. He would spit his bar again. And then underneath that bar was, another slow it down, another flip word that he could use to diss the opponent. So he had two slow it down, I just dissed yous, in one bar. It just made the fans go nuts. He was the first person to do it. I've seen a couple of battles after his where people who have actually done it, I've seen somebody actually slow a line down, and it had like maybe four, smaller slow it downs inside of it that actually made the fans go crazy in other battles, 3 in other battles. But mark my words, Conceited was the first person to take his own slow it down line and take it to new heights with another slow it down line, stealthily hit it somewhere in the middle. It's crazy, guys. Battle was off the hook. If I can give it to anybody, in my opinion, I really gave it to Young Ill, 2-1. Close battle, but I give it to Young Ill 2-1, and here's why. To me, Young Ill was always very underrated. When it comes to top tier guys, I always felt that he was somewhat always lurking inside Averb's and Hitman Shadow. Reason being is because Ill wasn't really too vocal. He's kind of quiet. He's usually not in the spotlight. He's kind of a quiet guy. While Averb, he's a champion, at making his blogs, and Hitman is just very popular because New York crowds really rock with him. But I've always said, that out of the 3, I always thought that Ill was lyrically the best out of all 3 of them. Even Verba admitted. Verba has a couple of blogs where he actually talks about Ill's lyrical prowess. And this battle really exemplifies how good Young Ill really is. And from that battle on, I think that it helped Ill a lot establish himself as one of the top tier dudes in most people's top 5. He's finally started to get props he deserved from that battle with Conceited. So that's another reason why I chose him as the victor. Definitely wasn't a body bag, but Ill definitely brought out his A game. He'd been wanting to battle Conceited for a while, and Conceited finally gave him the opportunity, and they put on a classic. With Young Ill being the victor. Great battle. I hope Smack one day releases this battle. If I was you guys, if this makes a URL site, I would really maybe try to put some kind of petition together, try to get in Smack's ear, put a little pressure on him to finally release this battle. It really deserves, to get views and get your opinions on who you think won. If you guys feel like I'm right, if you guys feel like Khan won, whatever the case is, either way, both of them are winners. But I have my personal opinion on who won that battle right then and there, as I'm reflecting who won, with the test of time, which is now. Also, something I really want to talk about real quick, I'm not going to hold you guys too much longer, is I'm thinking about making a blog, trying to give Smack and the URL family, a couple of suggestions on, how to expand and bring, a different, different look to the culture in the Battle League. I was thinking that maybe Smack should try to do a tournament. 16 MCs, 16 of the best MCs, excuse me. Line them up. Maybe add 4 alternates to make it 20. For the 16, pick 16. For 4 that don't want to participate, pick another 4. The best guys, put them in regions. Make sure that, the Chi-Town, the Detroit, and the St. Louis guys don't face each other in the first round. Make sure that they maybe meet each other in the later rounds. I haven't really thought about, the rounds, how long the rounds should be. But I really think that Smack should put together a tournament. 16 MCs, put them in brackets from 16 to 8, from 8 to 4, from 4 to 2, the championship, and have something big and crown somebody at the end of the year as a URL champion. I don't have, all of the details on how it should be. I just think that the idea should be put out there and the details should be worked out at a later date. I really think it's a good idea. If you guys think it's a good idea, leave me a comment at the bottom. Tell me, yo, Breez, I support you. And maybe we should try to, convince Smack into doing it. The top 16 MCs, not filler. The top 16. You guys know who the top 16 is. And matter of fact, if you can, list your top 16 at the bottom. The top 16 battle rap URL MCs. List them down here. That's about it, guys. You know what I'm saying? I just really wanted to give y'all that gift, of a recap between Young Ill and Conceited, because I don't remember too many people ever really doing it. I could be mistaken if somebody did do it. But that's my thoughts on the recap. That's my thoughts on maybe what Smack should do in the near future as far as concocting some kind of, URL battle rap tournament, with brackets. And let me know how you guys feel about it, alright? El Breezo the Great. Let's get it. See y'all at Armageddon, man. December 9th. Early.